This will probably be a controversial video, but I don't really care because I feel the need to talk about this today. I see a lot of clients that really struggle to get over people because they have this idea that they may have a fearful avoidant attachment style or they may have a dismissive avoidant attachment style. But guess what? It really doesn't matter what the attachment style is when you are with someone who aren't showing up for you in a relationship, when they aren't meeting your needs, when they have a bunch of deal breakers and you're just purposely ignoring those issues because you want to be in a relationship with them. If you're not getting into a relationship with them to get your needs met and to be able to have someone that's going to be pouring more into you as you're pouring into them, then you're not entering into the relationship with the intention on having a 50-50 mutual relationship. You're probably more anxious in your attachment style, or you may be someone who's more prone to codependency. Whenever I work with clients, I really struggle to give them advice to continue to be with someone who isn't showing up for them or someone who's abusive or they have other issues, right? Because I can't see a person walk out in the middle of the highway and potentially setting themselves up for danger simply because they think that this person may have an insecure attachment, because it may not be the case. I've worked with clients. I've seen people in their relationship have some really unhealthy mental issues, have really colored past that were going to be a good indication that their patterns have been really unhealthy up until this point. I'm a firm believer that a person's patterns from their past is a great indication on how they're going to show up in the future. Now, you can disagree with me all you want. I've been doing this for a really long time. I've seen a lot of relationships. And the one thing that was always the key ingredient for a person not showing up or for a person being unhealthy or toxic in that relationship was always what they've done in the past. And this has a lot to do with, your upbringing, a lot to do with the type of relationships that you were used to being in your past. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because this is what you feel like you're worth. You feel like this is your value. If you're used to hanging around with people who get into XYZ and you try to get into a new relationship with someone who is on a whole nother level than the person that you were with before, you're probably going to be used to the person that you were hanging with. Can't introduce someone to, caviar that's used to sardines. When you're trying to find a spouse, you're trying to find this life partner, it's important that you pick the person that you know is going to have the better chance at, showing up for you and meeting your needs long term, because forever is forever. But we tend to make these emotionally charged, impulsive decisions on the people that we're with right now instead of thinking about, am I going to be attracted to this person 5, 10, 20 years? Can I see myself having kids with this person? Can I see myself doing these day-to-day activities with someone who I'm considering to be my life partner? It kind of baffles me sometimes when someone would tell me that, their person that they were dealing with may have been bipolar and they were diagnosed it, they were on medication to balance them out, and they couldn't, see that for what it was because they're more hung up on them possibly being a dismissive avoidant. And that's when I have to tell them, no, you can just scratch all attachment style here because you're dealing with someone who isn't healthy mentally altogether. They can be an avoidant all they want. I can tell you how to make them feel safe all I want. But at the end of the day, the problem is they have some other things that are interfering with them even able to connect with someone. Okay, so look at it this way. If you go to the doctor and the doctor is asking you all of your symptoms and you say, I really struggle with acid reflux, I get angina every now and then, and the doctor asks you, hey, what is your diet like? And you say, well, I eat this and that. I eat a lot of fatty foods or whatever. And then you say, well, the real issue is, I actually am a bona fide alcoholic and I drink, a bottle of whiskey every night. That's the equivalent of, someone, you may think a person has a certain attachment style, but they have this whole other thing going on that really needs to be addressed. I've worked with people who have people that they were dealing with, they were hearing voices and they would still try to be there for that person and still try to be in that relationship, even though the underlying issue is way bigger than attachment style. So whenever you're dealing with someone who's fearful about commitment, fearful about being in a relationship with you, if you've gotten too close and then they start to pull away, the intimacy, and they just decide, hey, we're better off as friends, you need to take that seriously, because, attachment style at this point really isn't a big issue. It's also important that you care more about your needs, and I'm not saying that you go into these relationships and you're purely having this selfish mindset. I care about that person showing up for you as well, and you should too. Answer this question: why would you enter a relationship when your sole purpose of being in that relationship is to meet 100% of that other person's needs? The whole reason we get into relationships is to bring something to the table to help meet that other person's needs, but at the same time, having an energy for them to pour back into you so you can continue to meet each other's needs. The saying goes, I'll take care of me for you, and you take care of you for me. I have a comment here I want to read for you guys. Got a call from one of those avoidants. I didn't pick up the phone and noticed she blocked me on WhatsApp after a few minutes. I blocked her and saw she got me unblocked after that. I was already moving on and already dated a few girls again. Got a good vibe and emotional connection with one of them. I'll keep that dramatic energy drainer on block everywhere. So this isn't talking negative about people who have more of an avoidant attachment style, but it's talking about you and putting that lens back on you. Because usually when a person can put up with so much of this type of behavior, can really go through the emotional abuse. I actually had a person on my Instagram get pretty triggered from one of the quotes that I wrote too. The quote that said, love can't find you when you're lost, and staying in a relationship that you know you shouldn't be in makes you lost. And the person said, I disagree. We at our very core are love. Love is our purpose. Love is stronger than any silly situation we choose to entertain. Love always wins. I have to disagree with that saying. Aaron Rant said you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And the reality is this person in this moment in their life, in this part of their journey, they can't show up for you. So what are you going to do about it? If you guys have questions, if you guys want to reach out to me and book a one-on-one call, my website is in the link in the description below. You can reach out to me on my other social media accounts. But I also want to know, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about love being everything? Because I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, the town of Ike and Tina Turner. And Tina Turner even said, what's love got to do with it? At the end, it's about you, your mental health, and who you want to journey with in life, who you want to give your time to. So if you found this video of any value, please like, comment, and share. Reach out to me on my other social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's I am Coach Court. And always remember, when you go be loved, you'll never have to find it. Namaste.